I'm gonna be reacting to drum roll, please. But what gives? I like that. Anyways, I'm just.
Slugs and snails are the same thing. Slugs are the snails that have lost their shells during evolution. So these creatures are hermaphrodite, just like slugs. And most of them are dickheads too. There are over 60,000 species of snails, and they are found everywhere on Earth, even in Antarctica, just like the PFAS. Snails can walk on the blade or sharp knife's edge without taking damage. And there are some snails that can walk on water too.
Jesus Christ.
Some snails, like cone snails, are venomous and are cannibals. They shoot harpoon-like tooth to kill their prey or kill other cone snails.
What is that?
Smallest snail can fit in the hole of a needle, whereas the biggest are almost a meter-long, 40-pound giants. Most of the snails have over 14,000 teeth. And the weird thing is they have teeth in their tongue. This guy, the limpet, has just around 1,900 teeth, but it's made from the hardest material ever known in biology. You may have heard spider silk is stronger than steel, but the teeth of limpets are stronger than titanium. Yup, if cats had those teeth, they would be the most dangerous animals on the planet. Snails are heavy sleepers and can sleep straight for 3 years. Their life is just around 9 years, and they sleep 1/3 of their life. Then again, who are we to judge? We do the same thing. This is a polar bear, and I'm not joking. Just the hairs are removed. The skin of a polar bear is dark, just like a brown bear, but it's covered in white fur. Or is it? Actually, the hairs of a polar bear are translucent, colorless, and are hollow, like a straw. The air inside the hairs scatter light in such a way that we see it white, just like how snow looks white. I bet most of you didn't know that snow is a colorless thing. This is a real picture of a snowflake. Polar bears are marine mammals, like whales and seals. They spend more than half their life in water. They even have webbed feet, and can swim non-stop for hundreds of miles, up to 9 days. Polar bears eat seals. Since seals have a high content of vitamin A, the liver of the polar bear contains so much vitamin A that it can kill 52 people. Sometimes people get confused if polar bears live in the Arctic or Antarctic region. Just remember this. The word Arctic means bear, and Antarctic means no bear. The penguins live in that land, so naturally, it's impossible for a polar bear to meet a penguin. And let's not forget the mating part. There are several records of polar bear mating with grizzly bears. The babies are called pizzly or grolar, depending on either the polar bear is male or female. Talking about penguins, how long can you stay like this?
I'm William F. Let me get that right. Okay, I'm gonna get back into the.
Talking about penguins, how long can you stay like this?
They're William Afton.
Well, who am I to judge
They are William Afton.
when you are judged by nature itself? Penguins drink salty seawater and eat salty seafood, like fish and shrimps. So they have a gland above their eyes that separates salt from water and throws it away from the beak. Penguins are great jumpers. Penguins, like emperor penguin and Adelie penguins, can jump around 10 feet directly from water. That's the height of one-story building. Also, the chicks of emperor penguins can jump into water 50 feet below. Talking about kids, if a mother penguin has just lost her chick, she kidnaps others' chick when parents are distracted and takes it with her. After a week, she loses interest, leaves the chick, and walks away. In most cases, the chick dies. Some emperor penguins just leave the area and waddle towards the mountains of Antarctica. If you carry them back, they will again go towards it. Nobody knows where they go or why they do that. Maybe they were rejected by all the females, and they want to die in peace. Who knows? And they are poopers. They poop every 20 minutes or so. Talking about pooping, these guys almost never poop, and use all the food they eat as energy. Kinda like Kim Jong-un. This happens when God forgets to give you a mouth, and attaches a straw longer than your body. They are such a weird creatures that they smell with the antenna and taste with their feet. There are more than 17,000 species of butterflies, and they come in every configuration. Their size ranges from tiny 2-centimeter puny flies to almost a foot-long mammoths. Some species like pipevine and monarch are poisonous. Monarch butterflies even migrate to a 3,000-mile-long journey. We'll talk about monarch in the mating video. Butterflies drink sap and flower nectar, but sometimes they will drink muddy water, poop, sweat, urine, and even blood. It's for the nutrients and salts they don't get from flowers. So, yes, butterflies drinking blood is a real thing. Harvester butterflies are kind of carnivores. They suck poop of aphids. Aphids are sap-sucking insects, by the way, but the caterpillars completely eat those bugs. Talking about caterpillars, they have 4,000 muscles in their body, and we humans just have 629. You all know a caterpillar enters a cocoon and emerges out as a butterfly, but you may not know that after entering the cocoon, it first turns into liquid puddle.
Puddle. It's goop. It's turning into goop. It turns into goop.
And then starts the butterfly formation. But the interesting thing is, butterflies still have the memory from when they were caterpillars, and we think we are the memory kings. What a shame. You all have seen crows, and it's among the most intelligent species on Earth. Crows know what it means to die. so they actually think before doing something, unlike us. They even attend the funeral of their lost relatives and friends and mourn for some time. They will even examine the dead, kind of like post-mortem, and try to figure out the cause of the death so that they can avoid it next time. And if a crow kills any fellow member or a friend, it will be executed by the group. That's a death penalty for murder. That may be the reason why a group of crows is called murder. Crows are highly social creatures. Adult crows leave the group to start their own life, but they visit their parents once in a while to check on how they're doing. They even help their parents raise their eggs. And crows are usually monogamous, meaning they have one partner for life. They are actually better than us when it comes to relations. If you ever help or hurt a crow, it will return the favor. It will bring you shiny objects or its own feather as a token of gratitude, or dive bomb you as token of revenge. It will remember your face for 5 years, even if you are wearing a mask. And it can share your face info with other crow workers as well. So it is possible that you hurt one crow today, and its friend will hurt you after a few days. Researchers even believe they can share the person's info with the next generation too. This is a rabbit, and they are very efficient eaters, meaning they convert food to body mass in a very efficient way. It's because they eat their own poop. Yup, all rabbits do that, and they do it every day. They have two kinds of poops. One is just poop, small round ones, but another is nutritional poop, called night poop. Since that poop has nutrition, they poop it directly in their mouth, kind of like this, bending mouth directly to anus. So most owners don't even see this poop. It may seem gross, but rabbits can't vomit. If they eat something poisonous by mistake, it can't be taken out. Rabbits' teeth never stop growing, and they need rough thing to grind their teeth. If they don't eat hay or grass for a long time, their teeth will go through their skull. So don't feed them fruits or carrots as the main food. It's soft and dangerous for them, and this is misleading. Rabbits don't bark or meow. They communicate through jumping and thumping. Like, this may mean it's happy, and this may mean it's pissed off, or something like that. I don't know. I'm actually bad at Morse code. They have almost 360 degrees vision, but can't see in front of their nose. Rabbits have a super sense of smell, but they can smell through the mouth as well. If the nose is smell pro, then the mouth is smell pro max. Rabbits are fragile animals. If you scare a rabbit with a sudden loud noise, they can instantly die of heart attack. And for mating, they are among the fastest breeders in the world. And we'll talk about that in mating series. This is not an axolotl, neither this nor this. Don't worry, even I was confused at this point, because when we see this shape, the feathery gills, long tail, and that baby face, we think it's an axolotl. Axolotls are salamanders, and they have over 700 species. So most of their babies look just like this. If all these look the same, why are only these guys the celebrities? Well, when they grow up, they change to these. But when axolotls grow up, they change to this.
All axolotls whose are salamanders. But not all salamanders are axolotls. Okay, you go. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm back.
This is a horse, and everyone knows them. But most people don't know that there is only one domestic horse species. Yup, these guys are like dogs. They look different, but are the same. And regarding the wild, there's only one horse species, too. Horses have powerful ears that can turn 180 degrees. They can hear a human's heartbeat from 4 feet away. And if it's the owner's heart, they try to match it. So, if the owner is stressed, they get stressed too. Horses are intelligent animals. They can remember faces and even have their own facial expressions. They have a sense of humor too. They even steal hats and hide buckets for fun. In fact, racing horses understand what losing a race means. So, owners sometimes race them with a weak one to boost their confidence. Horses can sleep standing, but they need to sit down for deep sleep. So despite common belief, a sitting horse is not a sick horse. And regarding the sleep, one horse always stays awake to keep an eye while the others sleep. Horses mostly eat hay and dry grass. Yeah, mostly. Because if they lack nutrients, they will eat rabbits and chickens. And yes, they're herbivores. They spend around 18 hours a day chewing grass and hay. So they drool a lot to moisten it. In fact, they produce around 8 gallons of saliva every day. Most people don't know that a horse's teeth never stop growing. If they are always given soft food like vegetables, their own teeth can pierce their mouth, kind of like rabbits. And talking about teeth, a horse's teeth take up more space in their head than the brain. Yup, their brain size is around half the size of our brain. But they have the biggest eyes of any land mammals. I said mammals because they have bigger eyes than elephants, but smaller than ostriches. Yup, and they have almost 360 vision, but can't see directly in front of them. Horses have super fast kick reflex. They can kick someone within 0.3 seconds. So, owners usually put a red ribbon in their tail to notify it's a kicking horse. So, if you see those horses, it's better not to wonder what's that red thing on the tail, because... Exactly. Horses can't breathe through their mouths. If the nostrils get blocked, they will die of suffocation. Horses can't burp or vomit. So, if they eat something dangerous by mistake, it's a serious problem. Humans mainly have 8 blood types, but horses have around 400,000. It's a bit more complicated than that. But for now, let's stick to that fact. So, if a horse needs blood, it's a nightmare to find the matching type. By the way, the word nightmare has no connection to female horses. People usually think horses and donkeys are very different animals, but they are as close as Asian and African elephants. We call both of them elephants, but we don't call both of them horses. Technically, it's okay to call them as striped horses, and these as, I don't know what to call them. Maybe horses with an asterisk, I guess. And talking about asterisk, if donkeys are horses with some TNC, these guys are birds with some TNC. This majestic-looking punk rock chicken is a hoatzin, but people call it a flying cow. For the flying part, it's the worst flyer of any flying bird. It just jumps and tries to fly. It can glide a bit, then usually crash lands on nearby bushes. Yup, it stinks, literally. People call them stink birds too. And for why they stink, we need to time travel just after the dino extinction. The big guys were wiped out entirely, and only the flying dinos were left. If you don't know, all the birds today are flying dinos. For 1 million years, they ate seeds and fruits that could be found around. Then a group of birds started their own faction. Seeds and fruits had high competition. Every animal would fight for that. But the leaves, they were everywhere, so they decided to eat the leaves. The thing they didn't know was that digesting leaves needed a different stomach, and that was a huge mistake. They started dying one by one. Some evolved stomach kind of like cows to digest the leaves, but that came with another problem. Aside from smelling like cow dung, the fermenting stomach took a lot of space, and their flying muscles had to cramp inside the chest. Thus they lost ability to fly. Maybe the animals ate them, or evolution didn't support them, and all of them died. By some miracle, these were the only guys that survived all the odds. So, they have no one from their lineage. The story may not be accurate, but that's what I think. Since scientists are still not sure what happened to them or where they belong, I logically thought of this possibility. They look like chicken, pigeon, and vulture, but don't fit in with anyone. Hence, they're considered a paradox. They can't fly and crash land every time they glide. So, best way to survive predators is to drop like a rock. They live in water areas and jump in water to survive. And the situation is most realistic for small chicks as they don't have any wings. If predators come near them, they drop. They swim underwater and later climb the tree and return to the nest. And how do they climb it? With their wing claws. Yup, these dinosaur claws. They are the only known birds to have functioning wing claws. I bet most of you didn't know that a lot of birds, including chicken, ducks, and ostriches, hatch with wing claws. But it's just a vestigial remnant for them. But for hoaxing, it's an important part of their body. The claws shed away after they cross 3 months of age, though. They need that finger part to grow wings so that they can crash land on bushes again. I bet if they stay like this for a few million years more, they will revert back to velociraptors. And the cycle will continue. This is a newt, and these guys are weird. I mean, really weird. Newts belong to the salamander family. I think we made a fact video about axolotls and mating video about California newts. So, let's dive into facts this time. If you don't know, all the newts are salamanders, but all the salamanders are not newts. It's like toads and frogs, or like alkalis and bases, if you're a chemistry student. Okay, you might know that axolotls are super regenerative. They can regrow lost limbs and other body parts. But newts, they are on a whole different level. They can regrow limbs, heart, stomach, lungs, and even their eye lens. Yup, some Japanese researchers cut the eye lens of a newt 18 times in 16 years, and the guy regrew it perfectly every single time. If we could replicate that, it would help more than 2 billion people today. Many people think that newts are reptiles. Well, we are closer to eagles than reptiles are to newts. And I'm not joking. Newts are found all over the world except... And I'm not joking. Newts are found all over the world except, yep, you guys know this by now. But you might not know that newts aren't found in polluted areas. If the water or air is polluted, they simply die. So if you see a newt somewhere, that's a healthy environment. But almost every newt in the world is toxic. They produce poison from their skin. If any predator eats them, both of them die, except for some snakes like garter snakes. They actually store their poison inside their bodies. If an eagle eats that snake, well, the eagle dies too. Yup, it's a weird world. Some newts like Iberian ribbed newts push their ribs out of their bodies to attack predators. Just imagine a snake trying to eat a newt with 2 fangs, and the newt takes out around 20 fangs. On top of that, the bones come out of poison glands. It's like Wolverine on steroids. And since they are Wolverines, they heal without any scars. It takes around 2 days though. These are the biggest newts in Europe, and they walk around like a king. They've even been taken to space 6 times to check how regeneration works in small gravity. And yup, it speeds up a lot. Some newts like Siberian newts can stay frozen for months, or even years. They can withstand temperature as low as minus 67 degrees Fahrenheit for a short time. They stop their heartbeat and breathing, and come to life after the spring sun warms them up. There's a report that says a newt stayed frozen for 90 years, and came to life after it was unfrozen. It's highly debated though. On the other hand, California newts and rough-skinned newts can coat their body in a gel that can keep them safe during massive wildfire. Newts have internal compass that can help them navigate to their birthplace. Newts shed skin and eat that, like how lizards eat their tail. If food is scarce, big larvae eat small larvae too. Yup, cannibalism is a common thing in animal kingdom. This is a wasp, and almost everyone knows them. But what almost no one knows is that some wasps make honey. Yup, many viewers disagreed on this video saying wasps don't make honey. Well, there are around 30 wasp species that actually make honey. And yes, you can safely eat that honey too. There are at least 100,000 species of wasps, and they come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. You might not know that velvet ants are not ants, but wasps. The biggest wasp species is Asian giant hornet, and the smallest ones are Kikiki and Decopomorpha. To give you perspective, they are similar size to Paramecium and amoeba, and they are single-celled organisms. Unlike bees that can't sting you more than once, wasps can sting you as many times as they want. They are similar size to Paramecium and amoeba, and they are single-celled organisms. Unlike bees that can't sting you more than once, wasps can sting you as many times as they want. You might know that, but do you know that the stinger is actually egg-laying organ? So, technically, only the female wasps can sting. Wasps are intelligent insects and can remember each other's faces, and they can do logical calculations. If A can defeat B, and B can defeat C, then C can logically understand that it can't win against A. It's useful in situations where 2 colonies fight for the same fruit or meat. If enemy numbers are high, or if the enemies are bigger, they just back down calculating their odds of winning. That means they can do counting, and can differentiate between big and small size. That's actually the intelligent scientists thought was impossible for the small insect brain. Unlike bees, any worker can be queen in wasps, and we'll talk about that in the mating video. If you have seen these nests, these are nests of paper wasp, and this is actually paper, the real paper. They chew wood and make wood pulp, then use that to make the nest. You might not know that humans didn't invent paper but copied the idea from the wasps. They invented paper before it was cool. Workers gather meat and feed it to larvae. The larva digests that meat and produces a sugary liquid. That's the main energy source for the colony. But during summer, all those larvae turn into adults. It creates a massive sugar shortage, and the whole colony goes berserk. That's the time with most wasp stings. If a wasp thinks the colony is in danger, it releases some pheromone to alert everyone. Then the whole colony stings the intruder. So, don't mess with a wasp near its nest. Emerald cockroach wasp injects venom and turns a cockroach into zombie. Then lays an egg inside it. The larva eats the cockroach from inside and emerges as an adult wasp. And some wasps, like Ichneumon, lay eggs inside ant queen, which is blue butterfly's caterpillar. If you are wondering why is a caterpillar the ant queen, we'll talk about that in another video. Tarantula wasps kill tarantulas. Their sting is considered one of the most painful bite of any insect. Luckily, the hell ride lasts just for 3 minutes. So, always keep your distance from wasps, and as always, I love you guys.
Furigio. 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 Fat. It's very, very. Oh wait. Oh, okay. We're gonna end this. Support the channel. We're close to 100. I'm gonna do a Q&A at 100. So, and bye.